Coming to MMs again, I have seen a lot of people focus on predictive performance, right? I mean, we have seen this battle go on for many years in statistics. There is this camp which says that, hey, let's be prediction focused, and then there's another camp which is like beta hat, which is like inference focused. So it's always a battle between beta hat and y hat. And what I have seen, I don't know whether you can relate to this, is that people are more focused towards the y hat inference. Like, for example, they say that predictive accuracy is all that is needed to prove that your MM is working. What would be your commentary on that? Do you think it is enough, or it would be a slippery slope?
It's definitely very problematic for me. So if we take a media mix modeling process like Robbins, which uses ridge regression, right? And the promise of this method, right, is if we have really intercorrelated media spends on our different channels, we can, the ridge regression is iterating through and trying, seeing if things work, if it looks a different way and so forth. And basically what ends up happening is we end up with it presenting us with, say, 4 or 3 different models that all give a good fit to our data with a train and test split potentially as well, but each of them have a completely different opinion, right? One of them thinks Meta's amazing, one of them thinks Google's amazing, and they're all different, right? And it's interesting because in the right hands, you could look at that, you could have a discussion with someone and say, which of these do we think is plausible? Like, we have experts here, we've done this stuff in the past. Like, you know what? Maybe only one of these is actually plausible, and maybe that then you could pick that, and maybe you'd be all right, right? But even in this case, like, what you're getting fed back from the modeling about the accuracy or validity of the model is underselling. It's underselling the uncertainty a lot, right? There are a lot of models with very different, all sorts of slight changes in those parameters that all give a good fit to the relatively good fit or similar fit to the data, right? And so, choosing the right one would rather be a causal inference based selection or something. But ultimately, it needs to be. So to summarize, train test fit is only a really good proof of your model validity under the presence of counterfactuals in your test data. Um, but obviously, of course, you can do the statistics and report back on you can do this well and report on the validity of your model, right? You can assess variance inflation factors, how much multicollinearity there is. You can discuss there's a factor here I haven't measured which seems to be affecting it. I don't think it's that, etc. Like, you can work towards that goal, right? But if it's pure train test and model fit, there are methods that will make that look great even if they're completely wrong, basically. So it's a
Yeah,
pretty dangerous trap.